And in our Ask the Quetzal section, we are responding to Intergalactic Chicano, who asks whether pre-Hispanic cultures had forms of martial arts. The answer is both, yes and no. If we refer to one of the concepts of martial arts, we understand them as a system of combat consisting of codified practices and traditions aimed at subduing or defending oneself from another person through force. According to these or similar concepts, not only pre-Hispanic cultures but also all human groups would have had practices that fall under this definition. However, focusing only on our cultures, although there is no direct evidence of what these practices were like, we do have indirect evidence of physical activities and places where such activities might have taken place. For example, there are some Mayan vases that depict characters seemingly engaging in something similar to boxing. Here we see 3 participants on each side, with one already knocked to the ground. They appear to be wearing some short gloves on their hands. On another vase, it seems this character was knocked to the ground, blending from a blow given by another. These objects raise the question of whether they were meant to soften the blows, similar to modern boxing gloves. But there are also ruger theories, such as the idea that the Maya used helmets and conch shells in their hands to strike each other. Practices like this may have survived among the Tecuanes and other communities that still today engage in fistfights or with battles during certain celebrations. Among the Mexica, young nobles were trained for war in the Calmecac. There, they were taught combat activities, with or without weapons. Another example is found in what's some called Ulamalistli, or among the Purépechas, Huarucua Chanacua, which refer to ball games. There was the classic ball game where hands were not used and the Purépechas version that used a stick similar to modern hockey, with a flaming ball. These activities are thought to have been rituals but also military training exercises that men engages in to improve their strength and combat techniques. For all these reasons, adhering only to the definition of martial arts, and even though there are only traces physical activities for defense and attack did exist. Now, why do I say, on the other hand, that there were no pre-Hispanic martial arts? This is due to the very concept from which the name derives. Artes or art comes from the Latin ars, artis, referring to activities or works created with creativity, and martial, also from Latin martialis, from Mars, the Roman god of war. Thus, martial arts is a purely foreign concept and therefore alien to these cultures. So, only by the similarity of activities encompassed by the concept can we see there were activities or educational and training processes with offense and defensive military purposes, according to our current perspective. But if we want to refer to pre-Hispanic martial arts, this is already a concept contaminated with foreign processes and views. Although today there are groups emerging that speak of teaching of pre-Hispanic or Mexican martial arts, the foundational structure of these are taken from foreign martial arts like karate, kung fu, taekwondo, judo, among others. And of course, their current attire has nothing to do with Asian attire, but rather resembles Cobra Kai or any other foreign martial arts uniform. The same goes for the handling of various pre-Hispanic weapons today. For example, while the Macuahuitl movements and techniques for handling swords or katanas are adapted to this pre-Hispanic weapon and others as well. We even have supposedly pre-Hispanic yoga today. The reality is that these new expressions are being supplemented in their vast gaps with foreign activities and knowledge unrelated to this continent. And of course, creating something new is not bad at all. But people should be told the truth in the sense that these new creations are by no means original to pre-Hispanic cultures. The reality is that there are merging foreign martial arts with pre-Hispanic weapons, symbolism and aspects of their worldview.